Why isn't anybody talking about these speakers? LD has released two brand new battery powered speakers. They come in multiple colors, and these do a little bit more than what you think. Let's take a look at the 8 first. The ANNY8 has a 1-inch tweeter and an 8-inch woofer inside. It comes with a DSP that allows a distortion-free sound. Even when you crank it, it has a 5-channel mixer with Bluetooth, onboard EQ, reverb, and delay. It can hit 117 max SPL with 120 by 60 degree dispersion. Max volume, you're gonna get 3.5 hours of battery and 11 hours if you play it at lower volume. Once you turn it on, you'll get a loading screen, and then it's gonna take you right to the main menu. I'll show you the ANNY8. As you can see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 channels. Channel 1 and 2 are your mic line inputs with dual XLR combos and your volume knobs right here. Channel 3 and 4 has a 1/8 inch and also it's RCA right here, along with Bluetooth. So that'll all run off of these channels. You got a USB-C for charging, 5 volts. So it'll only do like your phone or your tablet. You got your battery life indicator right here, your IEC for power, and flip the switch up for on, middle is off, down if you want to charge. That's a lot like the Bose. You got an XLR mix out if you want to hook up more than one, or if you're using it for ceremony, your videographer can plug into that. And then it's got a foot switch for FX on if you're like a guitar player and you want to switch around your effects, turn on reverb, echo, whatever you want to do there. Up here, you've got your main volume. If you want to access the menu, you'll click on the volume and your main menu pops up with Bluetooth, audio, effects, and your settings. Let's talk about the secret weapon of these two speakers. And I think it's because it's got this option for adding a built-in microphone. And here, as you can see, it comes with a half-wave antenna. And if we turn it on, you can see that I've got it set to channel 5. It goes up to 10 different channels. It's got squelch right there and sync button. And then here's your volume button right here. So if you want to pick a different channel, just click up. One way that you know a channel is busy is that if the mic isn't on, this will give you like a hissing sound or honestly like a static sound. So you know that channel isn't good. Here's the mic that it comes with. It's got an on and off switch. And there's the sync right underneath. So if we turn it on, I've got it already synced up to channel 5. And it's already on. There we go. And that is, the volume for that is right there. So if you want that to go louder, then you turn that up. Check, there it is. It's a little bit louder. If we go all the way up here, all right, there's the volume of the microphone. If we want to go even louder, then you want to turn the main volume up of your speaker. So if we go up to, this will go all the way up to plus 12. Okay, I've got it on the max volume right now. This is as loud as that microphone can get inside as I'm talking. So the speaker is all the way up and the microphone is all the way up. We are outside and I'm gonna do a range test. It's kind of windy, so we might hear a little wind noise, but what I'm just gonna do is keep walking and talking until we hear it cut out. And then we'll see how far it went. I'm just gonna keep walking till I lose a signal. I'm all the way over here, definitely pretty far. Test, test, test. I don't even have it turned up all the way. Let me turn it all the way up. All right, we're gonna turn it all the way up. Mic check, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, check, check, check. Okay. Now, one thing also about this mic, if you hold it down here, you got nothing. You really have to hold it right up to your mouth. But up to the mouth, it is getting down here a little bit. It's pretty decent range, actually. I thought it was gonna cut out before this. All right, so this is my first time actually testing the range on it. I didn't think it was gonna make it this far. Now, I know that we don't have any bodies or anything in the way, but that's pretty far. And the mic's not cutting out. I was not expecting that. So that's a nice surprise. Check, check, check. 1, 2. I think this is too far for volume wise. Let's get closer and see where's like the sweet spot. Right here feels good in terms of volume. I can still hear it. Look how far we are. Still way over there. Not bad. Pretty impressed with that outside mic test. I honestly wasn't considering using these for ceremonies, but I don't know. I'll talk about that in just a little bit. A couple of the other features I haven't talked about yet. Got a nice handle on the top, and then they give you like a little groove here. In case you want to put in your iPad or phone, there's a spot for that. All right, price-wise, $760 as of right now. If you want to include the mic, which you can do a handheld or a lapel, or it's $599 on its own. It comes in lots of different colors. I'll show you on the screen here, different options for colors. So that is everything about the 8. Let's move over to the 10. The 10 has a 1-inch tweeter on the top and a 10-inch woofer. Name makes sense. Thanks so much. The 10, right? 10 inside, 10. I'm gonna harp on this until every company does this way. Max SPL 118 dB. You're gonna get 120 by 60 dispersion. Battery life is a little better on this one. You're gonna get 5 hours of loud music and up to 25 hours if you've got it on lower volume. Let's spin it around. There's definitely a lot of differences between the 8 and the 10. They didn't just make the woofer bigger. I mean, there's a lot of different features on here. For example, you got wheels on the 10, and it's got this handle that pops up, almost like a luggage, so that you can just wheel this thing around if you want to do that. And then that locks in. So there's a handle there. There's a handle here underneath for lifting it up, and then it got handles on the sides here and here. Now, I will say it's heavy. You know, this one is around 20 pounds, not too bad. I mean, it feels super light, but this one is around 40 pounds. So it definitely feels a little heavier. And to be honest, one of the things I wasn't super big fan of was the placing of the handles. I guess you got to get on the other side and then lift it up and put it on a pole, but it was a little challenging getting it up and off of a tripod pole. So I wasn't really a fan of that. On the back, you see on inputs 5 and 6. So now you can add 2 of those wireless receivers if you want to. So if you want to go handheld, lapel, or 2 handhelds, the option is there. And as you can see, when you don't want anything, it just covers it up. Right here, these are for the antennas right here. So it'll be 1 antenna per receiver. We'll turn it on and you can see that the display is very similar to what's going on over on the 8 as it loads up. As you see, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 channel mixer. So 1 and 2, again, switch between mic and line, combo jacks right there. Volume, this is your master volume for the main speaker. And if you click it, it'll take you to the menu. Your effects volume's right over here. 3 and 4 are for, same deal, Bluetooth, 1/8 inch, and RCA. USB-C right over here. Here's your Bluetooth volume. Oh, I'm sorry. This is your Bluetooth volume, not this. So I don't know if I said that in the other one, but volume right here is for your Bluetooth. Power, IEC, mix out, and foot switch. Here's your battery pack. We can go through the main menu a little bit here. Bluetooth, it's paired. You can do true wireless syncs if you want to do that. Remember, always with the true wireless sync, it is just Bluetooth streaming. If we go here to audio here, different presets that we can click through. You got music, we got live, vocal, echo, or you can do a flat. I've got it set to music mode right now. You can definitely EQ it if you want to. You can adjust the EQ there. There's no app, so you gotta do it from the menu. Different effects types. I'm not gonna go through those. Your settings are, you can dim your LCD, brightness on the LCD as well, contrast, just to make sure you can see it a little bit better. You can factory default it. This flashing right now it's trying to do wireless sync, so I couldn't get the 2 of them to work together. So I guess if you want to do this, you got to do, you know, a 10 and a 10 and an 8 and an 8. I mean, to be honest, I didn't spend too much time trying to figure that out, but it didn't happen right away, so I just assumed you couldn't do it. By the way, shout out to AGI Pro DJ for making this video happen. In fact, they are so cool that they're letting me give one of these away. And if you're watching this past the date we gave it away, sorry. But if not, there is a link in the description that you can click on and enter to win the 10. And this isn't a national contest, right? It's just for my channel. So if you're watching this video, you got a chance to walk home and walk away with the LD10. So thank you, AGI Pro DJ. There'll be links in the description also where you can pick up these speakers. And there's a discount code if you use my code in the description. That will go on even when the contest is over. So who are these for? I've been playing around with this. In fact, I even took the 8 with me. Amy and I went and played pickleball, and I took ball, and I took the 8 and hooked up the Bluetooth, and sounded great, worked great. I like that it'll tilt back for you too. So if you want to, tilt it back, that's an option, which is what I do. I put it on the floor and I just tilted it back. The 10 doesn't tilt. So I think if you're using this, you're going to put this on the ground. I think that if you are a busker, you're going to love this speaker. Just wheel that to wherever your gig is outside. I saw somebody the other day just playing violin through their music. They were using a Bose. But I mean, you can pull this out of your car, wheel it wherever you want, hook up whatever instrument you're playing. You can do a mic, you can do in your instrument, Bluetooth. I think this would be perfect for you. Would I use these at a wedding? The only application I was thinking of is if I was in a venue that had multiple spaces and I needed a fill speaker, or I just needed to set up a speaker, play some music, and then, now I can just grab the mic and make announcements really quick. I love that idea. You don't have to hook anything up. Oh, I didn't even show you this. On the 10, it has a opening there, and then that's where you can keep your mic. So right there, the handheld can sit here, or if you've got lapel, it's in the right size, so you can put the lapels in there and then just click it and you could store. So everything's in here. Yeah, that would be my application, but I'm not gonna lie, after doing that mic test, it sort of interested me. Now, the only thing that I have an issue with is the fact that the channels on the receiver are not scannable. So you can't look and see what your channels are. Now, I'm kind of a nut when it comes to ceremonies. I don't really like to take any kind of risks, but I think those of you guys that are using these kind of mics for ceremonies, then this isn't a problem, right? It's the same risk, but you saw the range that I was able to get with the 8. I mean, that's probably 50, 75 feet away from the speaker. There were no bodies, nobody was in the way, but if you're using this, it's up on a tripod, so with that half wave, you should get a good signal. The only other thing too is that, the mic, you really have to be this close to your mouth in order to pick it up. And as you know, a lot of people that we deal with, if you're doing ceremonies or speeches or whatever, nobody really knows how to hold a mic right. I did test whether or not I could make the mic go out by holding it in different positions, and I held it really tight at the bottom all around, and I did not make the mic cut out. So, you saw the range I got, and with that, it seemed pretty solid in terms of, reliability. Will the mic go out? So I think these are really cool options. I think there are some applications that you could find to use these speakers, but let me know in the comments what you think. Did I leave anything out? Is this something you're interested in? I'd love to hear that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next one.